What's up, y'all? I want to talk to my mothers and fathers in the struggle that lost their kids to these terrorists that y'all want to call them as police officers. Brutality, something that it ain't. But I want to talk to you mothers and fathers about reform. I hear a lot of y'all saying reform. You feel me? I hear all these activists, these movements, these candidates in the political party for presidency, for whatever they running for. Everybody talking about reform. I don't understand how you get to reform anything that was justifiably right. How do you reform right? It don't make no sense to me. It don't add up. Y'all keep saying we need to reform this system. How can you reform a system that ain't never been wrong? To make it righter than what it already is? Come on now, get the fuck up out of here. It's sad that this is the word that they choosing to use in the death of our kids. Reform. How you gonna reform a cop that you let off? How you gonna reform him? What's the reform about? I want to know, how can you reform someone that never had no type of disciplinary action against them for the wrongdoing that they did? So y'all pushing this reform shit. Not only is y'all pushing this reform shit in every state that got a Black Lives Matter, Soros, yeah, he done gave millions of dollars to give to the families that lost their kids to police terrorism. They ain't gave us nothing. Not one dime. Not one dime. All these entities and these networks and these movements, they collecting $1 million on the death of our kids, and we homeless out here in the streets. Imagine that. But they push at y'all with that reform bullshit, and y'all falling for it. What is there to reform if ain't nobody taking the fall for the wrongdoing that they did? Every officer in every case, it was justifiable. So what you gonna reform? The justifiableness of the case? Come on now. My peoples, I'm telling y'all, wake up. It's the words that they use that won't nobody take a time out their day to see what that word really means. They skipped over everything but what we wanted, and then everybody's pushing for reform. I ain't pushing for no motherfucking reform. You cannot reform a system that was fucked up from the first day they built it. You can't reform that. You gotta demolish that. You gotta knock that all the way down to nothing. You can't reform no killers unless the only way they gonna be reformed is make them better cops, or they can use that word when they continue to kill us, because they haven't stopped. They just killed somebody yesterday in Torrance, California. You feel me? So all y'all out there that really think y'all doing something in this movement, in this struggle, you really not. You feel me? You ain't doing shit. Because if you was, it wouldn't keep being mothers like myself that's reaching out trying to wake y'all up on some real shit. Have to come talk to y'all because it would cease fire already. They ain't cease fire. Black Lives Matter, they with Bernie Sanders today, right now. 3 o'clock, the door is open. You feel me? They getting donations and they ain't gonna help not near family. The money that they getting for the death of our kids, they paying off their homes, buying brand new cars. They living a life. You feel me? When they say hashtag and say your kid name, you better know it's a check coming behind that. But if Soros giving out checks, I want my motherfucking check, because it's my son that died. My son, our kids are the ones that's dying on these streets, and Black Lives Matter and all these other movements and entities and networks is reaping the benefits off the death of our kids. And if you a mother like me that's gonna open your mouth and speak your mind, it's gonna be problems. They ain't gonna like you. They gonna try to shut you down or shut you up, blackball you, do all type of dumb shit to you. You feel me? But it's negative though. That ain't gonna happen. Not with me. You feel me? Reform. Y'all better think about that word before y'all quick to let it come up out y'all mouth when they ain't never had no disciplinary actions to be reformed. You feel me? Alright.
You got some cold water?
Nope, I got this right here. Reform. Back at the reform though. You feel me? They pushing reform. Bernie Sanders pushing reform. How you gonna push reform, homeboy? Ain't one cop went and spent a day in jail. They ain't spent 30 minutes behind bars. And they just killing us all over the globe. All over the globe. We're dying. At a rapid fucking rate. It seemed like every year they trying to outdo the year before. Okay, we killed 700 last year. Let's kill 900 this year. And the people, we cool with that shit. We cool with that shit. Long as it ain't us, we ain't tripping. What you mean? We are dying out here in a large numbers. Large numbers. Large numbers. Every day we look at TV, the police didn't kill somebody. So what are you reforming them for? What is that about? You feel me? I'm questioning all these politicians, this fucked up ass system. I don't fuck with the police, so I ain't got no questions for them because they done already lied to me in the beginning when they killed my kid, July 25th, 2016 in the Nickerson Gardens. Shit, they tried to tell me it was only 3 officers. Shit, it's 7 officers. You feel me? So I don't want to talk to them, but I'm willing to challenge the system, the state, the Capitol, the president if I have to with his punk ass, even though he ain't had nothing to do with my son dying because Obama was the president when my son got killed. Period. Trump ain't my president. Period. Obama was never my president. I run my own shit. I do what I do, not what they want me to do. But y'all really better be smarter than y'all been lately and listen to these words. How the system put these words into characteristics to make you feel like it's something good for your situation when it's not. Period. Everybody on Facebook hollering about that SB 148191, whatever the fuck they want to call it. They told me right on the phone, basically that shit is for Stephon Clark and whoever die after him. Shit, like I said, my son ain't even been dead 2 years. Why that bill don't apply to me? Period. Y'all run behind these people, they telling y'all, yeah, they for us. And they not for us. My nigga, we been dying for many of fucking years. And how many motherfucking house niggas been in the Senate, the White House, the state, city councilmen, all that? What have they did for their peoples? Nothing. But help the slave catchers catch our punk asses. And they do it by using words that they think that we don't know nothing about. Reform. Remember that word, reform. Where's the disciplinary actions at? Before you can get to reform, you got to get in trouble for what you did wrong. And every case I done seen, every officer was justifiably right for killing our ass. So I'm telling y'all better wake up and stop letting people lead y'all down the wrong motherfucking, to your own demise, down the wrong motherfucking street. At the end of the day, this is what I'm going to tell you. It's your kid, your fight. Can't nobody tell you how to fight your fight. I can understand when it first happened. Yeah, you was at your most vulnerable moment. You was at the pit of your stomach. You feel me? I understand all that. But after you woke up, you still letting the blind lead the blind? Come on now. All these entities then got some money on behalf of your kid. And you probably was a parent like me. You struggled to bury your kid. They never came out and gave you a dime. But they can hashtag say your name, your son name, or your daughter name, so they can take these fabulous ass trips. So they can buy these big ass motherfucking houses. Hell yeah, they gonna throw you a few coins at your motherfucking event. Shit, they done got $1 million. 5,000 to $1 million is like 50 cents to a $100 bill. Come on now. They ain't got no problem with throwing you some coins for your event, because they done got $1 million off a hashtag saying your kid name. Before your kid or my kid or any of these kids got murdered by the police in plain sight, where the people can see, because you know they've been killing us for years. Where was all these activists at? Where were they at? How did they just all of a sudden jump on board? I can tell you why. Because they seen an opportunity to get paid. They sad than a motherfucker. They should be ashamed of themselves. They getting paid off of our dead kids. and act like they doing something so grand. But what was your job? What was your what type of person was you before you became a protester or an activist? Because a lot of y'all motherfuckers act like this. Our death of our kids is a bookie joint. This ain't no motherfucking bookie joint. We really hurting out here because we lost our kids. And a lot of us is hurting more. We ain't got nowhere to stay. We homeless. You feel me? A lot of us walking, barely making it. But y'all getting all the money off our dead kids and act like we don't even exist. And then y'all leading us the wrong way, telling us shit that don't make no sense. But I see clear through all the bullshit, though. You can't tell me shit. Period. Period. All these motherfuckers claim they activists. They give an event. How you come to it? Got police on the panel. Ain't this the motherfucker that just killed your kid? You don't want to see them at that present time. Period. Because they all saying the same motherfucking thing. Reform, 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 reform. Where the motherfucking discipline at? Y'all lying, y'all reports. Y'all have body cams, say y'all didn't. These kids and these men and women are running away from officers and losing their life. Losing their life. They ain't giving a fuck about the age. The police do not give a fuck about your age. It's your color. It's your color that matters. You can do everything they tell you to do. You can abide by all the rules when they stop you. And it's their discretion if you live to see another day. But y'all talking about reform? I heard the fuck out of that. I don't want no reform. Period. I want somebody held accountable for killing my kid. I want somebody prosecuted. You convict some officers. Open these cases back up where y'all let these officers just walk away and still got a job after they done took these kids away from their families. And y'all got the audacity to be hollering reform. And Black Lives Matter, y'all should be ashamed of y'all goddamn self. Y'all out here with all these politicians teaming up with them so y'all can generate more revenue, more revenue, more revenue. That event y'all having today, that shit ain't nothing but about some money. Y'all trying to see who gonna donate to y'all organization. And these people really be thinking that they helping us mothers and fathers in the struggle that lost our kids to police terrorism and don't even know where their money going to. You feel me? Because they just looking at these faces of these people that's in their faces and they think that they glistening like gold. But they ain't. They dirty. They dirty as hell. They just taking money and then... And the coldest part is, damn, if you're going to take the money, help every parent in that state. Don't pick and choose of who you want to help. How that's going to work? And you mothers stop letting them pick and choose who they going to help. If they can't help everybody in your state, tell them you don't want them to help you either. Because that shit ain't right. That shit make other mothers feel a certain type of way. You might not think you might not even be doing it intentionally. You just happy that somebody helping you, but that's called division, baby. That's called division. When you allow an entity that's all over the world to help you, and it's 10 to 15 mothers in your same state that's going through the same thing you going through, and they don't even knock on their motherfucking window, that's division, sweetie. We trying to get together in this struggle. We need to anyway. You know, y'all want to play games, but let's keep that shit 100. It's gonna take us mothers and fathers to stop all this bullshit. No movement, no network, no org, none of that. Us mothers and fathers. That's what it's gonna take, us mothers and fathers, to stop all these killings, because they don't really care about them networks, movements, and orgs. They ain't lost nothing. They ain't lost a kid to the way we lost our kid. They may have lost a kid somewhere down the line, but they ain't lost a kid how we lost our kid. Because if they did, they would have more compassion in their heart for us mothers and us fathers that's out here struggling. And y'all getting all this money, though. So whoever knows Soros, whatever the fuck his name is, tell him Richard mama need her portion of that big check that he been sending to all these states. I need my issue, too. You ain't got to fuck with me, but just give me what's supposed to be due to me. Hashtag that. And I know it's a lot of people that follow my videos that only want to follow so they can go run and tell it. I love you, Steel Pigeons. I want you to tell the world. You feel me? Because I ain't going to never turn down for what when it come to Richard. That's my son. And I'm going to fight for him until I can't breathe no more. You better believe that. I'm not finna let not near LAPD officer get away with killing my kid. You cannot gag me. Don't tell me to stop talking about my son when y'all talking about my son, police officers. I'm going to keep talking about my son because at the end of the day, I had him and he mine. You feel me? But y'all better wake up. I'm telling y'all, y'all better wake up. And those of y'all that don't like me, you better start trying to like me. Because I'm a very intelligent person and I pay attention royally to the bullshit that's going on. And y'all need to stop subscribing to that bullshit. On the real. You ain't got to mess with me. Just reach out to the mothers that's in your area. We need to be thicker than thieves. We supposed to be, man, in this type of struggle, us mothers and fathers, we should be so tight that nothing couldn't get in, not even a win. But a lot of y'all ain't on the same page. You feel me? Y'all be on that old foofer shit. I ain't feeling that. I don't know you personally, never met you. I ain't got nothing against you because I don't even know you. You feel me? I don't know you. I don't know you, so I can't say you this and you that and you this and you that because you're going through the same thing that I'm going through. So on some real shit, you can be whatever you want to be. Shit. Be you. Can't nobody tell you how to grieve. Can't nobody tell you how to feel. I'm just saying, damn, it's a lot of y'all out there don't like me because of word of mouth or what somebody else told you. Get to know, get to meet me, get to know me. You might like something about me though. Because I'm cool as a fan, you better know it, and I keep it 100 all the way across the globe. But it's cool, though, you feel me? I love it. Ain't none of that shit gonna stop me from doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna continue my fight by any means necessary. You get in my way, I'm gonna run you over, period. And I ain't the baddest, but my son meant the world to me. I'm willing to die for my son. I don't know about y'all, but I am. I'm willing to stand on the front line, 10 toes, away from the president, and willing to die for mine, nigga. Tell them to shoot their guns, because that's what they gonna have to do, because I'm gonna say what I want to say. It's called freedom of speech, and when last time I looked at the First Amendment, it didn't say nothing about you had to say it to anybody liking. Period. But y'all better wake up, though. Because this reform shit, they gonna try to make that a bill. That reform shit that y'all thinking is reform ain't reform. Because there's been no actions for discipline yet. So how do you get to fix something that's already supposed to be right? They trying to make that law so when they do kill our kids, that reform law gonna be like, the clause in that motherfucker gonna be like, oh, they still ain't wrong. They still gonna get away with every murder they do. But now it's just gonna be a law. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you the toolbox. I'm asking, reaching out to my mothers and fathers in the struggle. Start using every tool in the toolbox. Stop just picking up the same tool. Because there's other tools that could be beneficial to you and to your case. You know, if your case already been closed, let's all come together and meet like butt cheeks and start helping reopening up these cases. Because we already know what the real deal is. Just a lot of us are still stuck in a delusion that these networks, these movements, these activists, that they gonna really help you. But at the end of the day, they throwing they bullshit on top of the death of our kids. How does that work? You feel me? If you down for me, then talk about my son. I don't want to hear about the other shit you fighting for. Do that on your own time. You feel me? But don't use my kid as a front to open the door for you to get all these donations and all that, so you can build up what you've been trying to build up on the back end in the first place. Man, they fucking with all the politicians. Black Lives Matter. Come on now. Bernie Sanders fuck with Soros. So if he's giving out checks, I want my motherfucking check. Period. Period. And I'm telling y'all some real shit. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better watch. Watch. You better watch. Some of these mothers out here, they team up with these motherfuckers and they be against you. You better watch. Trust and believe me when I tell you, you better watch. Whoever you fucking with in the struggle, if y'all close and you trying to build some more people in, and if you don't feel like they fit in your what you fighting for, let them go, baby. Cause it's a cold work. It's a cold game out here when it comes to the death of our kids. They'll set you up fast, quick, in a hurry, and they don't even care. That's how you can tell that a lot of these activists this is a job to them, you feel me? This how they eating. This how they taking care of their family. You feel me? But what about us that lost our kids? Y'all ain't worried about us eating or taking care of the rest of the kids that we have left from the tragic death of one? That part. Y'all better wake up. I'm telling y'all. Reform? Yeah, okay. Y'all can let the system stick dick to y'all. No, I ain't letting them stick it to me. I'm trying to stick it to them. Give them what they've been giving out. I don't give a fuck about nobody in the system, no state, no senate, no I don't give a fuck about them people. Because they damn sure don't give a fuck about us. All they had to do, they keep trying to talk about all these motherfucking shit they trying to put in place, implement. Okay, we gonna put this and this. No. So you ain't gonna tell me they just couldn't say ceasefire on killing black people. You think they would say that? That's just too easy. That's just too easy. Don't be mad at us because y'all ain't reproducing. That part. If they ain't killing us, they putting us in their concentration camps for 30, 40 years at 14, 15 years old for stealing gum out the motherfucking local grocery store. Man, y'all better wake up for real. And remember, stop saying that motherfucking word reform. Because what are you reforming? It doesn't apply to us, period. Period. The shit don't apply to us, so stop saying it. But y'all go on and enjoy the rest of y'all day. You feel me? I'm out here in this heat. It's hot than a motherfucker. I just had to tell y'all this because it's like, damn, I'm seeing it and I'm hearing it and I'm just tired of hearing that word because it means nothing. For real. It means nothing. And I hope somebody share this with you too, Bernie. Because you ain't shit either. You running again. Now you running with Black Lives Matter. You're making it nowhere, sweetie. Y'all can get all the money in the world, but ain't none of y'all happy. Period. Period. Now throw a libations on that shit. I'm out of here. Hashtag we ride.